Hello, everyone. I'm here today to talk about a class that I'm taking called 100 Life Goals. And you know what? This class is so cool. And if you don't know, the person who put this program together, his name is Sean King. And this thing, mind you, this is only going into the second month of the class, but in the first 30 days, we learned so much on how to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And he's taking us through very basic things that it's like some things you kind of know, and then there's other things you're like, wow, I didn't realize that these are the things that I need to be aware of in order to achieve the goals that I want to achieve and be successful. And like he talks a lot about fear, and he talks a lot about what holds us back, and the different things about how we think money is the reason why we don't do the things we do, or we think lack of discipline is the reason why things don't get done. When we really, if you really think about it, there's a fear attached to all of that. And so for the first couple of weeks, that's all we've been talking about. We've just been honing in on the things that are going to derail us from the path and get us off track so that we'll be unsuccessful if we continue to think the way we're thinking and do the things that we do. And so as I'm in the class with all these other people, and this is completely online, just so for those of you who don't know, for the things that we do, one of the things that I like is that he wants you to comment on every single module that we do. So the first thing was just about acknowledging our fear and then what those fears are and our phobias. And I was thinking, phobias, what is something like being afraid of heights? What does that have to do with success or not being successful, or the fear of the unknown, or all these different things that we talked about? But when you really start to dive into it and you start to read other people's comments, you start understanding like, wow, I didn't realize that a fear of heights could hold you back. Like you're afraid to fly, you're afraid to go higher, you're afraid, and all these things have something to do with success. Maybe not that particular one for me, but fear of unknown, fear of judgment. To me, that's the biggest one. What you think other people are going to say about what it is that you're trying to do. Maybe this is the 10th time you've tried to do this same thing, and now you're thinking people are going to think I'm a joke, or maybe I don't look the way I want to look now, so I can't possibly start trying to achieve the things that I want to do. And it's these little things that get us caught up to where now we don't do anything. We just don't do anything. And it's not because we don't have the talent. It's not because that we may not have the knowledge, or it's not because, like I said, the skill isn't there. It's because you let all these outside voices and influences get in your way, and they start to hold you up. And the worst thing is you let yourself hold you up. I mean, it was just so amazing to hear all the women, especially, comment on, well, after I lose 20 pounds, or after I do this, or after I fix my hair. And it's like, wow, because the reality is I kind of get caught up in that too. You think it's like the people who say, I'm going to hire a cleaning lady, but I'm going to clean my house before she get here. It's like, that don't make sense. That's why you hired her, so that she could come and clean your house. But you will hear so many women say that, well, let me clean up before she get here. That's crazy. So, but the reality is those are the things that we've been learning. It's like we can't really jump into how to start doing the things that we want to do until we start addressing the reasons why we haven't done them to begin with. And I mean, that's the nutshell. That's the long story short. We can't begin to do what we want to do until we address the reasons why we haven't done them. And a lot of those reasons all boil down to one thing: fear. And it was just truly amazing that we spent so much time on that. But once you start going, you start getting these breakthroughs when you start listening to other people, share what's been going on with them, and you start sharing your own things. And that's another thing that we did. We broke off into groups, and we needed to do that because from here on out, we're going to be sharing all the different things of our lives and the things that we want to do and the things we want to be successful about and the things we haven't been successful about. And we're going to share them in these small groups. And I think that is just so amazing because, of course, do you want the whole world to know what your struggles are and what your disappointments are and what your failures are? Yeah, we want the world to know what we're doing awesome at, but that's actually not what gets you where you want to be, because we already know the things that we do good and we're already proud of those things, but that's not the thing that's going to catapult us to where we want to be. It's those things that we're not doing and the reasons why we're not doing it which is going to help us help someone else. Because I always say, and you heard this before, you can't be successful until you help someone else be successful. It's just very difficult to do. But I just want to recap just the first month of that class, because he's making us dive in to just the things that are holding us back. Because I'm very anxious to see what the second month is going to be, now that we've been addressing those things and sharing those ideas with each other as well as to ourselves. Because I was kind of amazed at the things that I started writing down. I was like, wow, I didn't realize that I felt that way about that. Or I didn't realize that really was why I wasn't doing what I was doing. And here I was thinking it was this. So it's very cool. I can't wait to continue to recap this show. I mean, not this show, but this class that we're taking. And I'm just very excited. And so I just hope you guys will follow along. And if he does this class again next year, I encourage everybody to get on board with it, because a whole year of learning how to map out and plan and achieve the goals that you want to achieve, I am just like floored and can't wait to see what's going to happen. So you guys stay tuned, and I'll just keep you guys up in the know about what's going to happen in the class as we keep going. Thanks.